Then my people, wash poppin'. The Igbo Blondie is bringing Popcasa back to your screens with that perfect blend of entertainment and pop culture. Now, of course, this year has decided to give us back to back to back, and there's no end to the drama. Now, we're asking, is sexual solicitation now a standard norm in the industry? Because crazy things are really happening. Right after that, we're taking petty notes from Shakira and Pique, and I just want to know if 2023 is the year to savagely drag your exes. Now, the itch is itching with Nigerian wedding guest drama. My guests and I are ready, so let's dive right in. Welcome to Popcasa. Welcome back to the show, my people. Earlier this week, a table that already had broken legs was shaking like no man's business. And if we don't address it, we will not rest. Now, I'm ready to get right into it, but we know we can't do that without introducing my fantastic guests for the day, who are already itching to have this conversation with me. Today, we have the ever vibrant Bolonle Oluchi Babalola. How you doing, gorgeous?
My God, the way you pronounce my surname, man.
Babalola. I didn't get it.
Your full mouth.
I didn't get it. I get it. I didn't get it.
Okay, Bolonle Oluchi Babalola.
Oh, yeah, I get that. I didn't get it.
You got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the vibe I need to get. And also, we have the ever dashing, the original Karina herself. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I like how you're just giving that whole cool, calm, collected vibe. It's like,
I'm cool.
I'm cool. And we're giving blues vibes, you guys. We're all on blue today.
We're twinning.
Love the vibe. I love. We're going to be in sync today. I can feel that already. All right, okay, now let's get right into the discourse. Let's talk about the table that has been shattered on the internet, which happens to be sexual solicitation in the movie industry. Now, quite honestly, I have to say it's not limited to the movie industry. It's not even limited to the entertainment industry, as some corporate industry personnel have made complaints as well. But the table that broke inside the movie industry. And Kule Remy had the table by the legs and smacked that baby into the ground. So earlier this week, Nigerian actor Kule Remy and everyone else's sorrow recounted his experience with an unnamed popular entertainer who told him he couldn't make it in the industry unless he bent his back low enough to touch his toes. Now, we've got a video, so let's check it out.
Got into the industry. My friend in UI, then I was in UI, said, this is one of my friends is an entertainer. He can guide you into the entertainment industry. I'm like, oh, okay. I got there. This guy starts to call out names, starts to talk, say, why do I think they didn't select me for the ultimate search? It's because I've not paid my dues. This guy sells this whole fruity shit to me in a big way that I'm just there like, he paints this whole picture like, if you don't bend that ass over, you ain't gonna make it, bro. You know when a person they talk to you, they look and say, this guy comes downstairs with a candle and a jar of oil and tells me I should, because he says I'm a virgin, I should put the candle in the oil as lubricant and make it go through. Then after, he will now come, check it, and then from there, he will now connect me. I should tell him, my first month, I'll be driving the Benz.
You guys, I really want to just find out. My first question has to be, what does it mean to pay your dues? I mean, we're all in the entertainment industry. Bolale Oluchi Babalola, B.O.B., you are in the movie industry. We're all in this entertainment industry. I want to find out from you. What would you say, before we get right to you, Karina, what would you say is pay? But I mean, we know what pay your dues normally is you work, you do the work, you do the years, your time, you do your free work at some point, and then you start to get paid. But in this sense now, man, pay your dues. What is the current pay your dues now? I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's not a new thing.
Okay.
Pay your dues basically means you're new in the industry. You need to go through the process.
Okay.
So the old ones you met here, you guys pay. Yeah, you guys pay your dues to get to the limelight. So basically, they are telling you have to kiss ass to get there.
Okay.
So if you're not doing it cash-wise, monetary terms, there are certain rules and regulations you're supposed to abide by. It might be, there's what they call Actors Guild of Nigeria for actors. Yeah. It might be the rules and the dues for Actors Guild, those registered with them.
Yeah.
And they have Nigerian Film and Censors Board as well. If you want to be a producer, you want to go into the film production, you pay all that. But then for actors, it's completely different. It's not restricted to a particular gender.
Okay.
It's both ways.
Yeah, and we get it both ways. That's why I just said, Jenny, what is the
pay your dues in its own is for ladies. We go through this thing back to back, and we cannot even count. We cannot talk about it.
I mean, so have you gone through this though?
I have. As early as 2005. I had my own experience. I cannot come out and start saying things that they told me or things that happened.
But you can
maybe when I win the award that I'm waiting for,
okay,
I
don't
will
worry.
not come and say my own.
Don't worry, we're waiting for that. So, Karina, what in what sense, like when we say pay your dues, in what sense do you feel like it's coming from?
I think Bonani has said it all. I think when you say pay your dues, people have to work. You get to a particular industry and you have to start somewhere. You don't just get there. So either you're serving under somebody, you're learning, somebody's mentoring you, or whatever way you go. So you have to start from the bottom, then you get to the top gradually.
You start from the bottom and you get to the top.
So don't just
the
get
bottom
there.
and
You
get
have
to
to serve people so that you too can also be a boss. So I think that's basically the summary of paying your dues to your people. And at the beginning,
that's the general summary, yeah? But in this sense of this conversation, the pay your dues that they're asking him to pay. It's the sense that Bolale is saying now that it's been happening in the industry, and it's like a general connotation that this is it. So I want to ask you, is sexual exchange really the cost of making it in the industry today?
Now, this industry is not just the movie industry. You need to understand, even in the broadcast industry where we are, it's common.
Okay.
It might not have happened in our own sector, in our own place. It happens in other places. In the banking industry, it happens.
Yeah, it happens both corporate, outside.
So at the end of the day, it boils down to your principle. It boils down to your desperation as well. Are you that desperate to do it? Do you actually you don't see yourself succeeding unless you take that route? So you need to think about those things, and you need to actually know that you have options. If one person tells you, you have to do this for me before you get here, there are 1,000,000,001 people.
Take
the other route.
take the next
you don't
one.
have to do it. That's how I feel.
I mean, do you think that that's like the primary way to make it
I don't
in
think
this
it's the primary way
industry?
to make it. I just feel like it's the way that
lot
it's a quick way. A lot of people want to go there fast. Everyone want to go there quick. So they're impatient. So they just want to do it. So even if it's not the right way, people just want to do it because they are in a hurry to get to the top. And it's become a normal thing. I just feel like now it's better because people are now speaking up. But the only issue is that people are not calling names. So you come out and you say something.
Exactly. We're about to get to that calling name point. Exactly. Now, Jackie mentioned that he should have called out the person's name so it doesn't repeat with the younger ones in the industry. Now, do you think he should have? Like, Karina, do you think he should have called that name?
Because what's the point of telling a story
without giving us the name?
Yeah, you experience something like that and you don't want someone else to experience it. And the only way to hold someone culpable and use someone as a scapegoat is someone you call a name.
Bolale did not agree. The way she's looking at it. He's telling you, I don't agree.
People are scared. I'm like, why are you scared?
Bolale is like, I won't agree. So please.
I think there's which word should I use now? There's a more matured way to go about it. Now, that was a podcast show. It's something that's going to be in social media space for a very long time.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. Number one, you think about the number of years the person has put into the industry. Even if that is what he's doing.
Did anybody care about that for Bill Cosby and the others?
Exactly.
And there are committees in charge of certain organizations, certain chapters of the movie industry, auditions and casting, music industry. Now, Don Jazzy is one person you call when you're talking about music industry in Nigeria, in West Africa. The same way you will look at people like Mo Abudu, you look at, what's this guy's name that owns Film One, you also look at them when you're talking about movie production, Funke Akindele as well. There are certain people like the Oscars committee in Nigeria, they have their own board. So if you're facing such issue and you decide you want to call out,
people.
That's what's in social media. Don't say it on social media.
Say it.
Go to the committee and report.
Karina wants to fight you on that. Karina is ready to hold your dress like this.
Now, first of all, there's the issue of you're going to report to people. Do you know those people you're going to report to?
Do you know if they're also in on it?
Birds of the same feathers flock together. It's an industry. A lot of things happen. They don't know who is who, and you're going to go and tell somebody. So in other words,
just spread everybody's
So just say it out, and when you say it out,
the whole thing
out there already. Social media has helped a lot of people get justice. Social media has come to the aid of people. So if you're going to report, you're going behind closed doors to go and speak up. The person you're going to speak to might say, okay, come.
I'll do something about it.
And again, the other person can come and defend himself and say it's false accusation. What's the proof you have? Prove that is me.
that's why when you get to this, like, you speak up immediately. Don't just and that's when
but don't you ask for proof when you speak up. That's what Bolane is trying to
Defamation of character. What's your proof?
we will keep going on this case if we do not just accept the fact that sometimes it's hard. Even the way we say speak up sometimes it's hard. Now, crazy things are happening, and we've got to take a quick break, and once we're back, it's Shakira diss track all the way. See you after the break. Welcome back to the show. The BAM, in the words of a tweet, I cannot stop thinking about how Miley Cyrus and Shakira kicked off 2023 with the message that this is the year to savagely drag your ex. Now, the numbers are raking in for Shakira, and Mommy is getting her coins as she deserves. Her not-so-diss track at her ex-husband Gerard Pique for cheating has sent Twitter through the roof. Now, the part that gets me the most happens to be the part where she finds out he's cheating from missing jam. Now, a tweet from Pop Things on Twitter says, Shakira deduced Pique was cheating on her after she returned from traveling to find out her strawberry jam was eaten. Now, Pique has never eaten jam in his life. Now, another tweet, MKL says, everyone saying Shakira needs to get over it has clearly never been cheated on. Has clearly never even ever been cheated on. A song is the least she could do. I mean, a whole song. Now, do you guys think that the song was too much? Let's start with you, Carrie. Now, do you think that the whole diss track, the whole song put together was too much?
I don't think it's too much. If everybody has their way of venting and showing emotions.
Straight up, I don't think it's too much.
Music is a way of, letting out emotions. You can make money while you're crying, so at least something is coming back into your pocket.
Where are you from? Yeah, you don't. And look at what I know you are not from the age. When you are thinking of the money, you have the ego right to your head. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think it's too much.
Bolale, despite of Bolane's face is like, she should leave it.
No. She's like one of my number one. I'm sorry, I love Shakira more than Beyonce. So
Okay.
Shakira can do wrong in my
Shakira, can you do the belly dance?
Beyonce
Can you do the
fans
belly
can
dance?
do whatever they do.
Can
So
you
I
do
do
the
it with
belly?
my round tummy.
You do like
my own way.
Come on.
So the truth is, in her defense, she said it wasn't a diss track. When everybody started saying it was a diss track, she was like, it's not a diss track. Though at the point she wrote the song, she was going through the hurt and the shame. And meanwhile, in case you guys don't know, the guy moved on so fast, like this, because he was the one cheating.
He was
with her
very
maid. With her maid. That was how the whole thing started.
It's how Bolale always has the
My
complete
dear,
gist, the
with her
complete
maid,
gist.
and then now moved on to other species above the maid.
Wow.
So while they were still in court, Shakira was dragging her court case with him, divorce, and dragging the tax matter. They wanted to collect all her American money from, not Spanish money, money she made in America.
By herself.
They wanted to collect the money from her.
Life didn't balance.
Suddenly, Baba was caught with other people doing things.
Okay.
Now, she now decided, okay, let me just let this. Oh, I love music. That is her therapy.
So
Do
she
you
just,
understand?
uses that to
So
wash
she went to do that. And then now the song is topping the charts.
the charts, getting the money, getting the
And then
money.
there's a message I would like to pass.
Yeah.
Women are very smart. If you are cheating on a lady, if we talk about it, we are nice to you. Sorry, if you cheat on us, if we talk about it, we are being
nice.
modest. We
We're
care
nice.
about you.
Okay.
Stop it. We know that something is happening.
Something is
But if
happening.
you decide to continue to be acting foolish,
We will still catch you red-handed.
we still catch you and we
Okay,
go.
now another tweet, Motoni Maingi says, imagine being in Shakira's home, sleeping with her man and not trying on her clothes and eating her special jam. I need to hear the side of the bed because this is exactly what I would be doing. Shakira, I I would even be in the belly dancer chains in the mirror singing Karina. Here you will wear, if you are, I'm not saying that you are going to be a home breaker. You will not be a home breaker, now Jesus.
Amen.
So, but if you are in that position, sure you will follow and wear the chain and
I feel like that's rude. Why would you go to someone's house? You're already cheating, that's bad enough. You then go to their house, you're eating their food, you're already
It's Shakira.
You want to be like her. You want to
I will do Instagram, I will do Snapchat, I will try the code that she won't go for that video.
How would they not catch you now? When you have done all the video, how would they not catch you that you are with somebody else?
I don't care.
You're sneaking around. You should be like, no, lucky. I mean, discreet.
For the husband to have the audacity to even bring his mistress into
the house,
matrimonial home, it shows a whole lot of disrespect.
So
Shakira,
you not help him and complete the disrespect, Abi.
By
it's not help him and finish work.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. Help him and finish the work.
I feel like they casted themselves. Like I feel like maybe it have gone on longer, but
you know. She went and ate her jam.
But of all things, she was like, my kids and my husband don't like jam. They don't take jam.
So it's
my special strawberry jam. So somebody touched it.
I know the thing about it that she doesn't know that nobody else in the house is eating jam, so she'll probably think, they would think he's somebody else in the house, not knowing that it is only our auntie Nani that is eating the jam, nobody else.
At that point, Pig was out of lies.
Like, there's nothing you can say. Now, talking about Pique, now, how petty does it get? Because Shakira talked about Pique leaving his Ferrari for a twinkle. In her song, a man actually drove a twinkle to practice just to be petty. Wow. Like, after the whole diss, he said that twinkle you said I left,
I'm going to drive
it to practice. On a scale of 1 to 10, how petty is that?
He's owning his shit with his full chest.
Oh my goodness.
He's not hiding. He's
like, just take it.
But men are generally petty nowadays. Now, imagine having a misunderstanding. Now, I'm sorry, I'm with Shakira on this. However, she decides to throw shit, and we help her left, right, center, backward. I posted that when she came out. And then when a particular brand signed her up again with Burna Boy, I'm like, yes! Come on!
So she's making money.
What are you saying?
She didn't lose anything. She's making her money.
She has more money than him. And the fact that she broke up with him and went back to America, that's why the Spanish government is trying to get all they can get from her. Because she's no longer with this guy. She brought fame to the coconut head. I'm sorry to say.
Calm down. Hold your heart in your
And she's still very...
giving all she's supposed to give, I get. Things that don't lie, according to Shakira. 1 is hips, and 2 is definitely jam.
Yes,
jam don't lie. I just want to thank Prince Harry, I just want to thank Prince Harry, Miley Cyrus, and Shakira for all the juice this month, because we've seen royal drama, we've seen X drama, all of them. Now the itch is knocking, and we'll get right into it after the break. Now it's time for the itchy itch of the day, and a lady on the internet is really tired of the outfits we see at weddings these days. Now let's check this video out to hear her out.
So for the last few years, I've not carried my children to Nigerian weddings. And weddings are something I enjoy with everything in me. I enjoy Nigerian weddings. It's fun, the music, the food, everything. But I stopped carrying my children to Nigerian weddings a long time ago for a very simple reason. The indiscriminate display of breasts and cleavages has become such an eyesore that I take my children to a wedding and they'll be pointing out, "Mommy, why is that person's breast falling out of her dress?" Waiting, I won't answer. Like, I have a young son, I have a young daughter. The dresses have gotten scandalous. runway dresses have made their way into mainstream fashion. And that's crazy. How go carry my pikin go wedding? All the ladies around me, all their breasts are outside. Na nipple na they hide. In fact, the private part now na intestine. All your breasts.
Everything is outside. Everything is outside. She even she went ahead to talk about the fact that the sleeve sometimes we go all the way.
Yeah.
All the way running,
Yeah.
you know, all the way up. It's just like it's right here. It's sometimes we need to be. Is she making sense or nonsense, Karina?
She's making sense.
Sense.
She's making sense, but at the same time,
Karina, you like to see bad things.
no.
Karina likes to look at bad
She's
things.
making sense, but at the same time, I don't know. You can't police the adults. You can't police how people dress. You can't tell them how to dress. If you're doing a wedding, doing an event, and you want people to dress decently, then you put that and you indicate, like you put that. And
normally we do themes like, you know, maybe corporate, black tie, you know, color themes. We will not start adding decent black tie.
and then again, I feel like these things happen in events that are very, very open to everybody.
Okay.
When people do events and it's open to everybody and you don't have like a particular class of people you're bringing in, that's when you see things like this. But when an event is restricted, like for example, I know my friends, I know my people, I know my family, I know the kind of people I have. So when I do an event and I know that these are people I'm bringing in and it just restricts these people, and I'm not going to see things like this. But when an event is open and is, you know, anybody can come in and dress anyhow. They want to invite, they want to do invite, they want their friends invited, can come in,
you know, everything outside.
And you have no control over it. You can't chase people out of your event hall. So I feel like she's making sense. Do you understand? It's
But not
like,
complete sense.
Yeah. Saying that you can take your kids for event. Well, if you don't want to take it, that's your choice. You're doing the right thing as a parent. You don't want to expose your kids to these things. But at the same time, I feel it's also a way to teach your kids, like, you know, these things you're saying, they're not right, you know.
But you should still look at it. Be looking at it.
Are you going to close your eyes?
Be looking. Be open. Let me hear you. Sense or nonsense?
Well, she's making sense. The indecent dressing is a lot of nonsense.
A lot.
I'm not a Gen Z baby. And I'm a millennial that cannot be easily influenced.
Thank you.
I like to tell myself that because I have a mind of my own.
Exactly.
And the way I was brought up, indecent dressing is indecent dressing.
But you know that it's not just Gen Z that's doing it. Most
Yeah,
of
that's
us
why I said
millennials these
millennials.
days
Yeah,
are
that's why I said millennials. I'm not
ones.
a millennial that can be easily influenced. Because most of them are influenced. Now, slavery, we keep telling ourselves we've gotten freedom and independence from slavery. In our minds, we're still slaves.
Because they're just trying to take
the
everything you see in
colonization of the Western world is what
everything.
everybody is imbibing
Doing
what is
now.
happening in the Western world, and you're doing it. Now, the question is this our tradition? Is this our style? Even after independence, we had our norms, we had our rules,
it's about,
and
you know,
everything.
the Western world. We have the lives of the Michelle Obama. You don't see them dressing like
My
that.
point exactly.
We're taking from
so
just
who are
certain
your role
people.
models? Who are those you're looking up to? Why would you go to a wedding? Even if you say you're catfishing, you're going to go and catch bobo. You're a single girl in her late 30s. You want to go and catch bobo. So you think it's by exposing your boobs that you will catch the person that you are looking for?
Let me quickly before we go.
Now, first of all, when she's talking about culture and African culture and all of that, it's very funny because if you go back in time,
Oh, we used to move around
you
naked.
see our women.
We used to move around naked.
Yes, we moved around
So
naked.
that's our
You want to
culture.
go to South Africa? You want to go to other African countries?
Do you want to walk around naked
I'm
now?
saying,
Karina, you want tomorrow wear brown
I'm
pants.
only addressing the cultural part. African women have not been known for covering themselves. If you go back in time to actually check our African history and culture, they have nothing to do with the Western world.
Okay, no problem. We've accepted. Don't be angry. Some people will wear clothes. No problem. Karina, nobody will wear. We will not wear again. From next week, Itete Nututu. Make
Wear
sure
brown pants
don't go
only.
don't go to work with clothes. Karina has spoken. Now, I personally think we need to leave a little to the imagination. But who am I to decide what the babies want? I mean, who am I?
Little is more, madam.
You know, Nibe, my people, the Igbo Blondie is ready to check out because the weekend is upon us. And hopefully we see less skin this weekend. You know that weddings are around the corner. Now, till I see you next week, Yagazeri Guitar, have a nice day.